Hi, Beardos. Joe here, and we can't come to the phone right now because, well, we don't want to. So, leave us a message right here, and we will listen to it as soon as we feel like it. Bye!
Hey guys, this is George and
Anthony.
just wanted to call because I see y'all have resorted back to threats. I didn't catch the phone number though. Y'all should say it more often in the episodes. But yeah, just wanted to call and say hi, and also just that's it, and nothing else, nothing much. So yeah, so all right, I said yeah, and so enough. Bye bye.
And welcome back.
Hello.
Hello!
Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 24 of Beards and Sundries.
Ooh, a double dozen.
Wowzers.
That's right, guys. Even though the Beards and Sundries market is not open 24 hours a day, it is time for our 24th lunch break of this season here at Beards and Sundries, the shop where three gay men with beards do inventory on a new sundry in each episode.
My name is Jay, and to catch a boy, I lay my credit card down and say, Daddy's got it.
That's from something. I forget where it was.
SNL.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm Anthony, and...
Come through, Daddy! Yes! Daddy!
Yes! Come through! I love that video. And I'm Joe, and I'll show you how to change your oil, sport. And today's sundry item is daddies.
Just goddammit, hold the damn flashlight. Hold the damn flashlight, Joe.
Just hold it still. Just hold it still.
That's right, Beardos. Today is Father's Day, and since we are super duper gay, and since it's Pride Month, we are going to have some fun with this topic today. We are going to discuss whether or not the three of us are in fact daddies. We may touch on the national holiday for a minute or so, and then for game time today, Jay has a home-brewed specialty that's bound to start some discourse. But first, let's celebrate our 2-week stretch of an opening voicemail.
Oh, yay. And from some of our great friends.
They understood the assignment.
Yes, thank you, George and Anthony, for actually doing the fucking homework.
But the phone number is 405-999-2242.
Again, that number is 405-999-2242.
Hey, Jay, what's the phone number?
The number to my heart is 405-999-2242.
And the number to Jay's bank account is 405-999-2242.
And the balance in there is 9 under 0. It's the daddy hotline this week. Maybe I'll answer.
Ooh.
Sorry, it just dawned on me, like, I'd be at work, and I'd be like, hello. And people are just, like, listening to this weird, sexy conversation.
You reached Jay with the Beards and Sundries market. No, we can't put a well there.
We're pumping a dry hole. No, sorry, not you.
I told you to pull that report this morning. Not this afternoon, not tomorrow, this morning. Thank you for calling the Beards and Sundries hotline.
Now hold the damn flashlight.
Well, Joe.
Yes, Anthony.
Can I find Daddy's flashlight in the Sundries aisle?
No, but the smokes he went to the store for are over in aisle 2. So guys, if you're new to the show and you're wondering just what the hell a sundry is, the term comes from an Old English word meaning odds and ends. Now, today it's used mainly in retail as a way to group together items that don't typically have a group of their own. So, as three very fatherly gay men with beards, we are using the term to group together the wide range of topics that we cover.
Please stop calling me daddy. Everyone, anyone who listens, please do not call me daddy. I'm in my early 30s. Just leave me alone.
Hey, there's something you can do if you call our hotline.
I mean, yeah, you can call me out, but I'm not a daddy yet.
Call our hotline and let us know which one of us you think is the most daddy.
Or the least daddy.
Well, we've already heard that Jay does not consider himself a daddy. Joe, how about yourself?
Well, while I am technically not a father, I think I could consider myself daddy. I mean, I am, to age myself, I am 35 now, so I've definitely passed the point of, like, young cub for sure. So I don't know. Maybe.
And I have no other choice. It's just how I have to classify myself now to stay relevant.
I don't fit in any category. I am a non-binary tribe member.
I don't know if that's true.
There's not really a binary of tribes.
Whenever I went single and started reaching for the low-hanging fruit, I decided to synergize with... No, I'm kidding.
Oh, you're still reaching for that low-hanging fruit, all right.
God, but I just remember when I started dating again, how on the apps and all, younger people would call me daddy all the time. And I'm like, stop.
Well,
Stop.
All right, so then maybe yes.
I'm not even exerting any sort of energy because I'm not just like, hey, boy, come on over. Like, that's just not me.
You've got that soccer dad car, and you mow your own lawn, and you hang out with your straight neighbor, and you're a homeowner.
You did rely on your friends to fix your AC, so what does that mean?
But I did just do car maintenance on my boyfriend's car this weekend.
Daddy.
Fuck.
You just gotta live with it. It's fine. Own it.
What'd you do?
Oh, all I did was change out new windshield wipers and filters on cabin filter and air engine filter. It was nothing big.
That's definitely daddy, though. I thought you were going to say, like, you, I don't know, change his floor mats or something. But no, you actually did daddy stuff.
Well, and then I was laughing because he's like, how do I rotate my tires? And I was like, well, I guess technically I can do that.
You could. It would take a while.
No, all you have to do is lift it up, and I've got the things to hold a car up, and I'll just swap them out.
I thought all you had to do was put it in drive, and you just push forward.
Shut up. I thought Jay was going to make that joke, not you.
Oh.
They're rotating when I drive. What the fuck?
Well, if I back out of the garage and then back in the garage, so I'm facing the opposite direction, the wheels are rotated, so...
No, you're rotating the car.
Yeah, but the wheels get rotated with it.
What would Rihanna say? Round and around and around and around we go.
The wheels on the bus go round and round.
So, Jay, that's definitely daddy.
Fuck.
Also, you order food from Schwann's. That's definitely daddy.
To be fair, I haven't ordered for a while because I've been like, this is not necessary. I don't need to keep all this stocked in my fridge, so I've cut off for a while. And I just go to the grocery store and make stuff. I baked bread today. Does that change anything?
I don't know.
Because my cooking habits are not daddy.
Classically, that's kind of motherly.
Yeah.
You didn't grill it.
That's if you get that weird gender normative bullshit.
Yeah.
I run the whole fucking household. This is maintenance, outdoor maintenance, indoor maintenance, cooking, cleaning, all that shit.
Daddy, 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 daddy. Sorry, Jay.
Daddy. Just all daddy.
Well, it's also that weird double standard where gardening is for women until it's mowing the lawn, and then it's for men. Or cooking is only for women until it's grilling, and then it's for men. So...
Let me tell you, most men should not be grilling because I've seen what they make, and it's not good. You gotta salt the meat, fellas. Salt it.
I need you to know that also my boyfriend loves to do laundry, and so I've been a smidge spoiled with my laundry being done when he's here. And I can't even begin to tell you how I love that being done because I hate laundry.
See?
So much.
Joe and I have this problem that we both hate laundry.
I only hate maintaining the finished laundry. Like, I'll pull from the dryer pile until the end of time. Folding it.
Oh, I'll wash it and dry it. It's everything after that. Folding it and putting it back.
And I don't know what it is. I don't know if everyone else gains laundry as quickly as we do, but my God, it's like it's so fast. So fast.
I feel like Sisyphus and fucking pushing that boulder up that goddamn hill all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Womp, womp, womp. I just thought of that song Running Up That Hill when you said pushing that boulder up that hill.
Oh, yeah.
So I just imagine you doing laundry listening to that song.
I do laundry listening to that song because I like that
I
song.
mean, it's a great song.
But yeah, Jay, everything you just listed, you're definitely a daddy.
Fuck.
I love that you had to find out this way.
Yeah, I do too.
Listeners, you witnessed something I learned today, so...
And there's just a little more sparkle gone from your eyes. There it is. Now you're really a daddy.
Now they're dead inside.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well have kids now.
No. Nope. Too far. Too far.
Well, listeners, we've established that we're all daddy. So we're going to call this Beards and Daddies from now on.
That could be the change at season 3.
That could be an interesting next kind of tangent. What are your guys' thoughts on children? Because everyone kind of knows my thoughts on them.
Oh, I'm actually neutral. I'd be happy with them. I'd be happy without them.
I'm completely happy without them, and I would not be happy with them.
I mean, I love a lot of things about not having them.
And before you come at our inbox with some bullshit like, you don't know that until you have them. Once you have them, you'll love them. No. Kids are not that great.
I genuinely feel like I would be a really great parent, and I think I would love to do it, but it's not, like, required. If I'm with someone who wants them, awesome. If I'm not, then fine.
I can bet that I would be a great parent. I just don't want to do that.
I would be a supportive parent as well. I also just don't want to. Because I like to spend my money on me.
Yeah.
And things that I want.
Instead of my kids getting video games, guess who gets video games? This fucking guy.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy Legos for kids. You buy Lego for Joe.
Also, look around at the world. Do you really want to bring another person into this world to have to experience the hells that we're witnessing now? And then think in the future, what are we leaving behind for the kids now and the kids that are coming? No.
And before you say that adoption is a choice, I'll just have you know, every kid that's up for adoption was born to straight people.
Hey, you don't know that. There's some fickle gays out there. You don't know that.
Born to straight sex.
We're also in a red state, so like a good percentage of them probably had gay dads.
There could have been that line of gays, and the baby comes off of that bus from Next on MTV, and they're like, ew, Next. And the baby's like, wah!
Yeah. The baby gets rolled out, and it's like, wah, wah, wah. And the person's like, ew, you came out with the wrong color hair. Next.
No. Next. Oh my God, next. So to all the real fathers out there, we respect your decision, but I also respectfully do not ever want to do that.
Yeah, I guess have the kid if you want, but you're not going to get any support from me.
So, in honor of Father's Day...
Anyways, we should probably get back to Father's Day.
I was like, in honor of Father's Day, should we maybe talk about some of our favorite TV fathers like we did for moms?
I think that's a great idea. Because I prepared a list just in case we did that. And by just in case, I mean because we talked about it beforehand.
Oh no, you're spilling secrets.
I know. Oh, a little peek behind the scenes. Some of this is planned.
Yeah, you want to peek behind my curtain?
So, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go first, Jay.
Sure. So, do you remember on Mother's Day, the mom on Dexter's Laboratory was my top mom?
Yep.
I'm going to steal this one, and I know that Joe looked this up because I heard him say, oh, he has a name, and I'm like, he's talking about the dad from Dexter's Laboratory, isn't he?
I wasn't, but I somehow knew that you were going to do this because I thought about picking him because he had hairy arms.
Oh my God, his legs and everything. So it's Dexter's dad, which he does have a name, which is Duke McPherson.
That's his name?
Apparently, whenever I Googled it, but that's the dad from Dexter's Laboratory, voiced by Jeff Bennett.
Does that mean that Dexter is Dexter McPherson?
I guess so.
Although also Duke is like a prime daddy name too.
It is, though.
It's kind of weird because if you look it up on Google, it just says dad.
Yeah, they always just refer to him as dad. Like mom and dad from Cow and Chicken were just called mom and dad.
Yeah, and on the website I was on, they were like, he actually has a name, and it's Duke.
Miss McPherson. Huh.
Yeah,
He's
wild.
He's a pretty cool ass dad with some hot ass hairy legs. So
yeah,
he's on my list. So for me, I'm going to rate my men based off of if they would toss the ball around with me.
That's good.
Well, Jay, would you toss a ball around with Duke McPherson?
Hell yeah. Those legs, he's going to be in some athletic shorts, and I'll be like, keep going, doing whatever you're doing, Duke.
Maybe he'll be in some Beards and Sundry shorts.
I will give him some.
And some shorts.
Yeah.
So my first daddy on my list is Gabe Wilson from the movie Us, as played by Winston Duke.
Oh.
I did see that one, and good choice.
Yeah.
That scene where he sits on the bed and his legs are like spread open.
And the sweats. Oh my God.
Girl, you know how many times we hit pause on that screen? And I want to put my paws on that screen. Oh.
Good Lord. I long for Winston Duke in that movie. Oh, he's just...
Every time I see Winston Duke, I think of that scene from SpongeBob where SpongeBob and Patrick are selling chocolate bars and that one fish is like, chocolate! Chocolate!
So, a few things. Gabe Wilson is, one, hot as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Two, he
Daddy.
is willing to defend his family with like a baseball bat and nothing else against crazy strangers with weapons. And three, he's just daddy. Like, if you were to fucking put daddy in the dictionary, that's the picture that should show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that man.
So, Anthony, would you let him help you change your oil?
Oh, every fucking day.
Anthony's like, oh, where's that dipstick going?
Oh, I know where it's going.
It wouldn't be motor oil. I think it'd be baby oil at that point.
Is this gun oil?
Gun oil?
Hey, if you know, you know.
Wink, wink.
If you're listening to this podcast, you probably know.
Mom, don't Google that.
That's cute. Yeah, don't do it.
Look it up.
She's busy right now going, gun oil.
Well, Joe, who's your first daddy?
All right, so my first daddy is, I'm going to go with Dill Pendergast from Easy A, played by Stanley Tucci.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
What a great... We've talked about him before, and every time I watch it, I just fall in love with him a little more.
I could tell, not just Stanley Tucci in general, but the character specifically, I just could tell that Dill has done stuff with men. If not in college, then they're definitely swingers.
Oh, yeah.
There's definitely some upside-down pineapple activity going on in their camper that they have for the summer.
I love his line where he's like, I was gay once for a while.
Yeah.
It's okay. And I'm just like, I can imagine this, and you were probably great at it.
I can guarantee he was great at it. Ugh.
And he was smoking hot in that movie, too. Like, as a dad, in general, it's just like, man.
Stanley Tucci, I don't know. I always feel like he's underappreciated.
Absolutely.
I think he is, but I think for some reason, I'm a huge personality person, and I think in that film, his personality makes me just fall in love. Like I watch that, and I'm just like, I love you.
It's so easy to love him because he's just such a great dad.
So, for Dill Pendergast from Easy A, I would definitely let him grab his big wooden spoon and stir my pot of macaroni and cheese.
Oh, Joe.
Well, Jay, who's your next daddy?
I chose Gomez Addams.
Great choice. Almost made my list too.
From the Addams Family movies, and that was played by Raul Julia.
Yes. R.I.P.
Great example for Gomez as well.
And I chose him because he ran a family that was not your typical silly American family. And in this whole dark world, they were the most in-love, creepy family. And I admire his dedication to his wife. And I love him. Love him.
Well, it was that whole 90s trope about how the American family is great on the outside and then really fucked up on the inside. The Addams family, they were the most normal of, they, looked creepy from the outside, but they were madly all in love with each other.
Yeah, it was a close, loving family, and they took care of each other. And he ran this household well.
And I think it always appeals to the queer community because it's just such a great story of unconventional family.
Yeah.
And what's more appealing than that?
And unconditional love.
Exactly. Finding people who love you for who you are, regardless of what that is.
And not to take away from Gomez, I always love how, like, Wednesday was always doing terrible, horrible things to Pugsley, and then Morticia would just be like, the children.
Or that she'd be doing something stupid and she'd be like, no, you're holding the knife the wrong way, or something of that sort.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Well, Jay, would you toss the Morning Star ball around with Gomez?
This one's kind of a tough one for me because I'm not sure. He doesn't seem like the kind that would really toss a ball around, but he is a golfer, so maybe I'll whack the ball with him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, there we go. We've got one ball that we're going to whack into the neighbor's window every day.
Fantastic.
Whacking balls with Gomez Addams. And now we have the episode title.
Oh my God.
Anthony, what about your next daddy?
Well, my next daddy is Daniel Hillard from Mrs. Doubtfire, as played by Robin Williams.
Hello. I'm calling about the job.
So I chose him because he's iconic, one, but also just because of the lengths he goes to like correct the mistakes he has made in the past. Like, he just goes out of his way to really make sure he can stay close to his kids and make sure that he stays part of his family.
I liked it because it really shows his journey as being the fun party dad and just partying with his kids all day, but the kids don't really grow or learn anything. As it goes on, he actually does learn to change his ways and become a model father and also a model husband. And in the end, he becomes this perfect father figure, but then also takes the figure that he's created in Mrs. Doubtfire and goes on to make like this kind of like Mr. Rogers kind of child's daily program for television for other children. And he becomes like this amazing model citizen. So he really does learn his lesson throughout the movie and becomes a perfect father.
And there's something to be said for using drag as your vehicle to maintain your relationship with your kids.
And that's kind of what I was going to lean on. I appreciate that he didn't do the traditional, my ex-wife is a whore, I want to take my children from her. And instead he goes, I'm going to dress as the opposite sex, be their nanny, and spend time with my children. What a unique way to spend time with your kids.
And quick shout out to his brother, who was the character from Independence Day. Remember
Harvey Fierstein?
Yeah, he goes to get he goes to get like the third face that he's fucked up, and he's like, "Be careful, she's an old woman."
I don't think I have the energy, but I got some plaster.
So would I change my oil with Daniel Hillard? I don't know. I'm always on the fence with Robin Williams. Sometimes I say yes, sometimes I say no. But
I wonder if Daniel Hillard would know how to change oil.
I was going to say, I think that's the answer there, is that I don't think he would.
Let's add a trick to this. One, you have to answer it as, would you change your oil with Daniel Hillard? And two, would you change your oil if he was Mrs. Doubtfire?
Ooh, interesting.
So I would say no to Daniel Hillard. But actually changing my oil with Mrs. Doubtfire and not metaphorically changing it? Yeah, I'd do that.
My stupid garbage brain is somehow set on the fact that Daniel Hillard would have absolutely no idea how to change motor oil. Mrs. Doubtfire probably runs an auto shop by herself.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Mrs. Doubtfire is like Barbie in that she's had every career in her life.
I can see that. Well, Joe, who's your next daddy?
Okay, so for my next daddy, I went with Tom Scavo from Desperate Housewives.
Oh my God, you would pick someone from Desperate Housewives.
Oh, I used to think he was so hot.
Me too.
There's this episode where he's trying to spice things up in the bedroom, and he comes out wearing this leopard print thong. When I first saw that, I don't know. I think I broke the rewind button on my computer because I was watching the show on Hulu on my laptop. And my God, this man I don't know if they like oiled him up slightly or made him like go tanning for a while, but if you just search for Tom Scavo, you'll see a gif of him like putting his arms above his head in the bed and kind of flexing a little bit. So he and Lynette clearly are having children out of the fact that they probably use sex as like angry sex after they have a fight, and then they have makeup sex. But
Or stress relief sex.
he's either really, really terrible at pulling out, or she just likes getting it in. But they have so many kids.
Or pre-cum can also get you pregnant still, so always know that.
Not if you have a vasectomy.
Oh, different story, yes.
Which I don't know why they never did preventative measures. Maybe they had different values as a straight couple.
Religion.
Maybe they were Catholic.
Maybe so.
Actually, weren't they? I feel like they were, now that I think about it. I felt like a lot of people were in that show.
That seems like something Lynette would be. But I digress. Tom Scavo, daddy. And I feel like out of those nights where Lynette's working late, because there was an arc where she was working and making the money, I would definitely let Daddy Tom stir my pot of macaroni and cheese for dinner.
Yeah, I knew you would.
Yeah,
Mhm.
don't doubt
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd even lick the spoon afterward.
The oily spoon.
Yeah. Because the oily spoon can also get you pregnant.
Ew. Not if it has a vasectomy.
Oh, that's true. You heard it here first, hopefully.
Vasectomize your spoons.
Anyways, Jay, who's your next? Daddy.
Daddy number 3. I said Phil Dunphy from Modern Family, played by Ty Burrell. He's quirky, he's silly, but he's really caring and really funny and creative, and just, you know that you're going to some days be like, wow, you're really an idiot. And then other days you'll be like, wow, you're really an idiot, but you're so cute and I love you. So, and he's still good about spicing up things with his wife. So
that's where it is. I think he's really good at walking that tightrope and really maintaining the fine line of caring father, loving husband, fun goofball. And usually every episode they usually rein it back into like happy ending, everything's fine. Don't they do that usually on that show?
Yeah, there's always some sort of lesson or ending that every family has that kind of matches.
Like a mud fight is the appropriate way to solve all your problems.
Especially when you're wearing white before a family photo.
Exactly.
But it's a cute show. And I would... Wait a minute. I'm supposed to toss the ball with him. Yes, I would absolutely do that. My brain was stuck on changing oil, and I was like, no, because I feel like he might ruin my car. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, we're just playing ball. Yeah, hell yeah, I'll play ball with him.
Yeah, sure, that's it. That's all.
Yeah, just one ball.
Just one ball to rule them all.
Anthony, what's your daddy?
So my next dad is Lee Abbott from A Quiet Place, as played by John Krasinski.
Oof.
For so many reasons.
Mm-hmm.
One, for the obvious reason, clearly Lee Abbott is just fine as hell.
The issue is, would you be able to stay quiet during?
I don't know. I think I'd probably just die. Well, they had that basement where it was slightly more soundproofed, but I'd probably get killed. But I don't know. Maybe it's motivation enough to make sure he doesn't die, so I can get my oil changed again.
Check those fluids.
But also, he's a great dad. Just generally speaking, he loves his kids. He's learned ASL because his daughter is deaf. But then the other part of that is his daughter is trying to make their youngest son happy by giving him this toy. And she doesn't realize that it can make sound.
It makes noise.
Ooh, yeah, that's right.
And you never see him take any of that out on her throughout the entire movie. It's all is forgiven immediately because he understands it's a mistake. And it's just, I think he's a great father in general. And then of course he sacrifices himself for his kids. So he's hot and he's great. Some people just fucking have everything.
You had me until he sacrificed himself for his kids. Ew, gross.
Give them back to God.
Mm-hmm.
And 100% change my oil with this man. Like, he knows how to do it. He could teach me a lot of things about my car.
Yeah, and other things.
Check under my hood.
He'd show you how to fold those mirrors in and then really just get in that tight parking spot.
Will you check in here?
Anyways, who's your next daddy, Joe?
Okay, so my next daddy is actually also from Modern Family, but I went with Cameron Tucker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the first half of the gay couple who are the fathers of Lily. I went with Cam, as he's known on the show, because he's more down to earth. He's more laid back. He's also way less stressed out than Mitch is. So he's way more relatable. He's also very well traveled. Like, didn't he like grow up on a farm?
Yes. He's from the country.
Yeah, he's from the country. He lives in Southern California now. He seems to know something about everything. So he's like well versed. He's very smart, and he's just fun to be around. Every time people are around him, they just seem to be relaxed and they can talk to him. And all the kids in the show seem to love him. They can really reach out to him when they have something on their mind. And he's just all around a great father, and he's a great person to be around, and he has really great energy that he gives off. So I would definitely, in a non-sexual way, let him stir my macaroni and cheese, because he's going to put a nice spin on it and turn it gourmet without even trying.
That's fair. I can see that.
That does. That works.
And he'll let me borrow his really fabulous shirts as well, and that'll be a lot of fun.
And he'll sing to you. And actually, I think he's pretty good at maintenance stuff like that, if I recall right. So
yeah, exactly. He's all around, perfect.
Well, Jay, who's your next to last daddy?
My next to last daddy is kind of a little unique one, and I chose Don Draper from Mad Men, played by John Hamm.
Okay.
And it's because he's not a good dad at all.
He's not a good person at all.
No, in that show, he's not a good person, but I don't know what it is about that 1960s look and his body type and his hair and just that distant, I don't know, it's that psychological issue of a distant man that you can chase, but I think he's so fucking hot.
It's where men were men and they beat their wives and stole people's identities post-war.
Yeah, I think he was so hot.
That's because it's your entire aesthetic, Jay.
Pretty much.
You like to make fun of the transatlantic accent and demeanor, but really, that's just what really gets your gears going.
Yeah, and then like it's annoying because I'm like, you're such a horrible person, and then they're in this meeting and they're talking about how to sell advertising on this product, and he goes, and then goes into this long spiel about, I don't know, psychology and marketing about how he got that thing made up, and the company's like, I'm in, I'll take it, you're hired. And I'm just like, why is that so fucking hot?
Beardos, every now and again we just peel back another layer of Jay's psyche, and
Jay's a lot like an onion. When you peel away all the layers, there's nothing left but tears.
That's a fact. Yeah. But here's the twist. I would not let him toss my ball around because he's very unreliable.
He wouldn't be there anyway.
That's it. We would make this plan and we'd be like, let's do this. And then he just wouldn't show up because he, I don't know, went and did somebody else. And I'm like, hey. So he's a no for me. Yeah. So Anthony, who's your next daddy?
My next daddy is Johnny Rose from Schitt's Creek, as played by Eugene Levy.
Yeah.
Good pick.
So this one's far less about attraction and way more about just him as a father and a person. He's just such a good person. He's always trying to make the best of a bad situation. He's really going out of his way to really try to like bring his family back up where they're all down in the dumps.
Which, I mean, as the patriarch of a billionaire family like that, it was really big of him to take the direction that he did, as to kind of like help steer the family toward happiness instead of like either offing himself or committing more crime or something. Because I know the show is light and it was supposed to kind of go in a happier direction, but if that had happened in real life, I wonder what would have happened to the patriarch of a family like that.
He just adapted it so quickly to the new life in a way that he was just like, okay, this is our situation now. I'm going to try to make the best of it.
Yeah.
Which was very big of him as a character and a person.
Oh, for sure. Although I would not let him anywhere near my oil. That man does not know how to change oil.
No.
But, good for him for being good.
Moira, could you get over here for a minute?
You know what's funny is I bet that Alexis is the only member of the family that would know how to do an oil change, because she probably this is like that time and when I was trying to run from the Yakuza and I had to change the oil in my Lamborghini so I could get away. She's always in these random situations that they would talk about.
Oh, yes.
What, you never had to run in heels when you were running from
the time that I had to run from the Russian mafia?
Yeah. And they're all just like, what? And then they just keep on going.
Yeah, they're always just these little quips. And you're like, huh?
It's like one of my favorite scenes in that show is where Mutt gives her the bicycle and she's like trying to get rid of it. And they're like, imagine what kind of ring he'd buy. Like a opal. And he's like a pear-shaped opal. And she goes, ugh. Because she knows it's true.
Well, Joe, who's your next to last daddy?
Okay, so my next to last daddy, I went with Mr. Nick Parker from The Parent Trap.
Okay.
Played by Mr. Dennis Quaid.
Was he really played by Dennis Quaid?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was Dennis Quaid.
I had no idea.
For a couple of reasons. He owns his own winery in California, so he's loaded. He's got this daughter. He loves his daughter, the one that he took, which the whole premise of that movie is wild because, first of all, when you divorce your wife and you have these infant twin daughters, you just took one and then decided to never, ever, 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 ever speak of the other daughter again or your ex-wife to your daughter that you're raising. And then somehow you both booked the same summer camp in rural Massachusetts or upstate New York or whatever the fuck it was to send both of your daughters independently. What kind of coincidence?
It does raise the question of, if you were raising your child who was a twin to never know about their other twin, you would at least maintain some form of communication with your ex to be like, hey, just letting you know what the plans are so they never encounter each other.
As someone who doesn't like children, I kind of got to admire his dedication to the bit. Because, his housekeeper, Chessie, she knew about it, and she never spoke of the other twin. They just never, ever talked about his other daughter. So, he can be a good, caring father, but just to one. The other one?
I don't know.
What's her name?
I feel like there's something really sociopathic about that.
Which means that they're a perfect match because his wife did the same thing, but in England.
Oh, yeah, and she brought her clear back to...
It's wild. It's wild.
But, again, think of it like we talk about Home Alone, where there's always one child you shit on, and so maybe each parent was, shitting on the other child.
Oh, he really pulled his pants down and took a giant dump on the other one for sure.
He was like, fuck that one, and she was like, well, fuck that one, so you guys can have them both, but they were identical, so...
Speaking of giant dumps, Joe, would you let him stir your macaroni?
I'd let him pour a glass of wine, but I don't think I'd let him stir the macaroni. So that's where I'll land on it. We will send the kids off to boarding school.
And then the other kid will go to boarding school too, and then you'll get parent trapped.
Oh my God, perfect sequel.
You can't really do that today, though, because damn good and well somebody's going to be like, I have 8 siblings on 23andMe.
That's actually, isn't that how that one guy got I can't remember, arrested, some old dude who had fathered tons of kids.
Nick Cannon?
Yeah.
We don't talk about Nick Cannon.
The Duggar father?
Oh. Ooh.
Well, we already knew that he fathered those kids, which was most of them. Some of the other kids were birthed by the brother, right?
All right. New subject.
Next, Jay. Who's your last daddy?
My last daddy is Pete. from This Is 40, which was played by Paul Rudd.
Oh, okay.
Cool. I mean, Paul Rudd, yeah. Every character he plays, he's really good at it.
Because I'm not going to sexualize Paul Rudd. Pete looks a lot like Paul Rudd in this film.
Really?
And, and yum. And all I can think of is it's literally just a scene where they're gaslighting, but Melissa McCarthy's character is sitting in the principal's office bitching to that principal.
Oh, isn't that whole thing like just a bunch of ad lib and she just went on?
Yes. And she's just going on and they're like sitting over there going, wow, why would I ever say that to a kid when he absolutely fucking said that to a kid? And so I just appreciate how he's just like shitting on people. But then again, that would lead me to probably not going to play ball with him because it'll be like, Jay, you're so good at this. And then I'll be like, I've never caught it.
The only thing you're catching is feelings.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm emotional. Leave me alone.
Maybe I'll have to watch that movie now.
Oh, it's pretty cute.
So, Anthony, who's your final daddy?
My final daddy is Beef Tobin from The Great North, as voiced by Nick Offerman.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep, I could see that.
I almost picked a Nick Offerman character myself.
It's a good choice. I mean, Nick Offerman, just generally speaking. But Beef Tobin is what you would classically consider a man's man. He's a survivalist of sorts, but he's used to living in the, like, not the backwoods of Alaska, but in a remote area in Alaska. He's taught his kids how to, like, survive. He's taught them all these different life skills. He's a single parent raising 4 kids.
Yeah.
One of the kids is openly gay, and they're super accepting of him. And it's funny because they address it in, like, I think the first or second episode where he comes out, and it's just the fastest little bit. They're all like, yes, we know, you've told us before. We love you regardless. Anyways.
Yeah, and they just move on with their lives.
Yeah, they move on, yeah. So he's just this really great parent. I would absolutely let him change my oil. He probably already has.
You wake up one morning and he's like wiping off and he's like, yeah, I just changed your oil. And you're like, what the fuck? It's 6 a.m. I just got up.
Again. Is that beef? No, it's a bone-in ribeye. Hit you with that tomahawk, daddy.
Anyways, Joe, who's your last daddy?
Ooh, I saved a good one for last. My last daddy is Bill Anderson from Inside Out.
When I was thinking of dads, that's the first one that popped in my head. And I said, I know somebody's going to pick this one.
And that's the first one I wanted to pop on his head. He's got that classic dad look. He's got the mustache, or what we call the flavor saver. He's just always caring about his family. He has this startup company. He transplanted his family from Minnesota all the way to San Francisco, which, Jesus Christ, the cost of living. I don't know how they did it.
And they bought a row house? What the fuck?
There's this picture that someone made online because of Rule 34, which is, what is it, Anthony? Anything can be sexualized?
Basically, I don't know the exact verbiage of it, but basically, like, if you think that it could be sexualized, it has been sexualized.
So it's this image that someone, like, it's like fan art, but it looks really convincing. And it's him sitting on this couch, and he's leaning back, and he's got, like, this kind of come here look on his face. And there's just this giant salami Savannah banana hanging between his pants in these short shorts. And I remember looking at that the first time, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And so I've convinced myself that it's real in my head and his head. But so I think I would just let him make it sound like, as Megan Thee Stallion said, macaroni in a pot, and just, yes, Jay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Just like that. And stir that pot until it's ready to go. Wouldn't it be wild if we made the commercial just 30 seconds of that noise?
Oh my God. And now, for a word from our sponsor, 30 seconds of that.
Hey guys, make sure to go follow and
Oh.
Is it time for a commercial?
I think it's time for a commercial.
And now, for a word from our sponsor, the Beards and Sundries Daddy's Day Sale.
Oh, Daddy, yes!
Hey Beardos, your favorite stock boy Anthony here, and I want to tell you all about the Beards and Sundries Market Daddy's Day sale. You might have celebrated Father's Day on Sunday, but what about all the special daddies in your life? Well, we think daddies are pretty special, so that's why we're having a special Daddy's Day sale 2 days after Father's Day. Make your daddy feel extra special with 50% off all the sundries in the market. From mild to wild, you're guaranteed to find the best deals during Daddy's Day sale. So come on down to the Beards and Sundries Market this Tuesday. Our goods will be 50% off, and our sundries will be 100% out.
Hey guys, make sure you follow and subscribe to our podcast so you can receive a notification every Sunday when a new episode drops.
Well, those Daddy Day sales might say 50% off, but I'm 100% off.
Well, guys, I just love the Beards and Sundries Daddy's Day sale, where you can get Jay 50% more off.
I hate you.
D. The Daddy's Day sale is the best sale of the year because you can get sundries marked half off.
And our sundries are 100% out.
Mine's only 50% out.
That's all I can ever do.
I'll never be 100%.
Jay's always going to have room in his sack for more sundries.
More money. Put more money in there.
Jay will always have a ball with you.
Testicles.
Crankshaft.
Gun oil. Anyways, does anybody have something to check out this week?
I do. So a few weeks ago, here in Oklahoma City, I've discovered a gay-owned store that sells gay merchandise, and it's called the Queer Collective. It's a really cute store. It is, you can actually go to queercollectivegifts.com. They are located at 3200 North May, Suite 200. It's right off of May and I think near 30th Street here in Oklahoma City.
Ooh.
And they're closed Tuesday and Wednesday and Monday, it looks like. But they're just a really cute store. Really nice staff. That's where I got this little bracelet from. And I think my boyfriend got a shirt. And we just sat and talked with him because the shirt he wanted wasn't in stock at the moment. But they still had one print left that they could put on a shirt. So basically it got made fresh there while we waited for it.
Wow, that's cool.
It's kind of tucked in. It's kind of funny because it's this building that has this big patio area, and it's tucked in right behind that patio because it's right next to a bar. And I think the bar is called Frankie's. And so it's kind of this whole little gay-owned, gay, fun vicinity. Very nice. We enjoyed it. The staff was super nice.
Wow, they have like apparel and flags and stickers. Yeah.
This is a super reasonable prices too.
They have this really cute sticker that I'm looking at. It's only $3, by the way. And it's a little axolotl and it's holding a Progress Pride flag. That is so cute. They also have some rainbow unicorn gender neutral boxer briefs, which gender neutral boxer briefs are very important because for our friends that are not endowed down there, these boxer briefs don't feature the pocket for equipment down there. So they're more inclusive for people that want to wear the boxer briefs but don't need all that extra fabric.
So anyways, that's my something to check out. And I really, really enjoyed the little store. It's cute. So if you're in Oklahoma City, look up Queer Collective at queercollectivegifts.com.
Well, Jay, do we have any user-submitted content this week?
Haha, we do. So we actually also got a couple emails from George.
Thanks, George.
It made me laugh. So it was last week he sent this one after we recorded. And it was just an email saying, we're amazing, of course. And he loved our last episode, which was the previous episode about cars.
Yay!
And he goes that George and me have something in common because his first car was a Cavalier, too. Her name was Harley. But this is where I'm changing my mind, George, on our opinions here. He's on Joe's team when it comes to dream cars. And he also wanted a Pontiac Aztek.
Hell yeah!
Oh, gross.
No, shut up. They're amazing.
2 out of 3 of us are judging.
Boo.
Anthony's first car was an 89 GMC Jimmy, which I think was that little small SUV, if I recall right?
It was the Blazer equivalent.
Yeah.
It's what Erin Brockovich drove in the movie.
That's right.
When she got her fancy lady money.
And then he asked, he had a question for me saying, what town did I grow up in? And George, if I think you're asking the town I first grew up in Kansas, it was Latham, Kansas.
The bustling metropolis.
The bustling metropolis that is now 110 people. We actually got a second email from George after last Sunday's episode came out, and all it said was, what did Anthony do in that van?
Mission accomplished.
Tune in to future episodes to find out.
Why do you think we said it that way? We were trying to garner some interest about it.
Little preview, it could be considered car play.
Is that all the email says?
Literally.
I love it.
I laughed so hard, and I haven't responded yet, and so I was going to be like, we recorded, so listen to Sunday's episode.
I just imagine them listening, and they were just like, wait, what did you say?
You know what, George and Anthony? I may just, if we don't hear from anybody else this week, I may just go ahead and send you the answer offline.
A participation award. Anyway. You guys think it's game time?
Ooh, and Jay has the game for us this week. Jay, what is this game called?
I'm going to call it Guess the Tribe. This week's game, I decided to stick with the pride and gay theme of guessing tribes. So what's going to happen is I took these tribes from pride.com, and they are all animal-based tribes in the gay community. I am going to say a description, and you're going to guess the animal tribe name.
Okay, let's do it.
The first description. Arguably among the more sexy of stereotypes, these are the men with the salt and pepper hair who never seem to age, like George Clooney.
Silver daddies.
I'm going to say close.
Silver fox.
That's right. Okay, this tribe is the replacement for twinks.
There's a replacement for twinks?
There is. It's an animal replacement.
Sea otters.
Nope.
Twunk?
Nope. I will give you a hint, though, that later on, twunk is paired with another animal later on.
Rabbit?
Mm-mm.
What are those hairless cats? Sphinx cats?
No.
Naked mole rat?
Oh my god.
Close, but no.
We don't hate twinks on this show. Let's just establish that right now.
What's a twink? No, I'm kidding.
I don't really know. A fox? No, because that wouldn't be right.
It is a fox.
Oh,
It is
really?
fox. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So they're supposed to not be confused with the silver fox because silver fox is obviously older, but twinks are just the fox.
Okay.
Nice.
Good to know. Thank God. Twinks, you've graduated to fox, which is arguably a better description.
Good job. I like that name now. Next description. They're on the heavier side. Either muscular.
Bears.
Yep.
Boom! Love me some bears.
Haha.
Another tribe. These are younger.
Cubs.
Large. Yes.
Okay.
Sweeping it this week, Beardos.
Okay, here's a new one. This one is new on the market. An anxious, sassy gay who's always looking around at everyone else instead of paying attention to the conversation they're in.
Meerkat.
Yes!
Oh, wow. Did you know that or did you just guess it?
No, I thought because they're always popping out of the hole and then popping into the hole.
Next description. I would have never guessed these, so I'm impressed with you guys already. A gay man who spends every waking minute at the gym talking.
Gym rat.
Yep.
Oh, it is a gym rat? That's just
Yep.
the usual term. That's not gay.
Yep.
It is now. Take that, straight people.
You're gay.
This is a more feminine version of a gym rat. They're the ones
Bunny?
that... Yes, Jim Bunny.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Next one. The polar opposite of a bear. Skinny
Otter?
and hairless, and often a little more on the feminine side, not otter.
Polar opposite of a bear. A salmon?
That's a great guess. Is it right?
Good guess, but no.
I met this guy at the bar. He's a total salmon.
I'm going to go back for my guess of the Sphinx cat.
Nope.
Damn.
Was that your second or third guess?
A second.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Can we get the description one more time?
The polar opposite of a bear. Skinny and hairless, and often a little more on the feminine side.
Chicken?
Yes!
No way.
That is chicken / twunk.
Call me old and boring, but I can't imagine referring to another person as a chicken.
Oh, guys, I was at the bar the other day looking for a chicken.
I'd be like, what was he afraid of, Toots?
Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track now, because at first I was like, uh-oh, Joe. But now you're catching up, and it's going well. Next description. Someone...
I'm mad about the ones I missed, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Someone who's in between a twink and a bear. Medium build and hairy.
Otter.
They come in... Yep.
Ah, fucking hell. See, I was always under the impression that the otters were like the skinny but hairy ones.
They're usually medium build.
For a while, I was an otter, and then I think the beard changed everything for me. All right, next description. This one has some hair and is in between a twink and a bear. They typically have a lean, muscular build and are sexually aggressive.
Pup?
No.
Pig?
Nope.
It's not cub, is it?
No, we already had cub.
Yeah.
I'll read it again. Has some hair and is in between a twink and a bear.
A wolf?
They're typically lean, muscular built, and are sexually aggressive.
I said wolf.
Oh, yes, you did. That's right.
Oh, god damn it.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I thought I was just wrong.
No, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought wolves were older, but I guess that's silver fox, huh? Damn.
I just really like this description. An incredibly tall gay man.
Giraffe.
Giraffe.
Yep. This one is more focused on sex than anything else. Often into
Piggy.
kinkier and
Pig.
It is pig. This one's fun. I actually really like this one. I haven't heard of this one. An older man who sexually pursues younger chickens, twinks, or twunks.
That's not wolf? Pursuing chickens?
That is not wolf.
Coyote?
That is not coyote.
Oh, that's a good guess, though.
It is a good guess. If you're confused by the time you reach your third one and haven't answered it, I'll give you a hint if you want. So you
Hyena?
can both do too. Nope.
Snake.
Nope.
Okay, that's 2 for both of us, right?
I did hyena as my first guess. I didn't do a second one. How about a lion?
No. Think of what farmers fear of their chickens.
A hawk? Chicken hawk.
Yes. I was like, I want to give that to you, but I'm not sure.
Chicken hawk?
It's chicken hawk. I've never heard of that one.
Man, like, the bar is like a fucking subscription to zoo books nowadays. Good lord.
All right. Next description. A form of kink that is becoming more popular in the gay
Pop.
community. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Good job, Joe.
I feel as though I'm losing. It's not a good feeling.
Are, but you could.
How many more are there?
There's 2.
Ah, damn it. And there were 30 points apiece, right?
Actually, I will make the last one worth 5 points.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Hey, if you can have half points, then I can get a 5-point answer, which you're probably going to get anyway.
That's not true, because that's what happens in these games is even if I'm winning, like, that's the upset. That's what always happens.
I'm going to be upset.
I'm going to put the last one as 5 points. All right, here's our second to last description. Hunky, muscular bodybuilders who weigh 200 plus pounds. These men are big, strong, and have muscles you didn't even know existed.
Gorilla?
Nope. Good guess, though.
That is a good guess. A horse?
Nope.
That's also a good guess.
Also a great guess.
Yeah.
That's the next one. No, I'm kidding.
A lion?
Nope.
No.
Muscles that you didn't know existed.
Oh, maybe I'll get a point on this one.
Peacock?
No.
I mean, in a way, that's also a great guess.
I know. My brain at first was like, that's silly. And then I'm like,
I was
actually...
like, bodybuilder, flashy.
What about ox?
Ooh, that's a good one. Bull?
So it's bull.
That was your fourth guess, Joe.
No, it wasn't. Gorilla, peacock, bull.
But an ox is known as a bullock.
But is an ox a bull, or is a bull a bull?
So a female is a cow, a castrated male is a steer, a male is a bull, and an ox can be any of the above.
But what does the answer on Pride.com say?
Does
it say
bull.
ox, or does it say bull?
Oh my god. Just give it to him. I don't want to.
I'll give Joe this one.
Yay!
All right. Before we go to the final answer, or the final question, do you want to know the score?
Yes.
Anthony, you have 10. Joe,
3.
you have 5.
Oh!
So this last question, depending on if Joe gets it, could make me have to look up another one because I made this up as I went. All right. Are you ready, gentlemen?
Yes.
For the final question, worth 5 points. Urban Dictionary has this as the best definition. A bisexual person, usually, though not always female, who is willing to join an existing couple, often with the presumption that this person will date and become sexually involved with both members of that couple and not demand anything or do anything that might cause problems or inconvenience to that couple.
That's a good guess. Hard to... Is it a unicorn?
Oh my fuck, it is.
I thought to myself, like, you're describing in the queer world, like, this hard to find, like, dream scenario, and I was like, what's the most unique animal in the world? I almost said narwhal, but then I was like, wait, no, unicorn.
I skipped the line, it's because they rarely exist, because I didn't want to give it away too fast.
Ah, okay.
Okay, I need a 1 point break. All right, guys. So, as a tiebreaker, I'm not going to ask a tribe question. You need to answer, what is the #1 gay dating app in the world?
Grindr.
Yep. It is Grindr.
I didn't think it'd be that easy.
Yeah.
Still?
It is, apparently.
Yay.
According to Apple.
Well, thanks, Tim.
For providing us this useful, data-driven insight. Weirdos, I want you to know I won by 1 point, even though I answered 5 more questions correctly.
Actually, wasn't it 4? No.
5.
Yeah, it was 4.
No, 5, including the last one.
Oh, you're right.
So now 6 more questions correctly.
Hey, you still won. You just had to work harder just to barely win. That's all.
Yeah, it's kind of like being a minority in America.
That's the lesson I'm teaching everyone.
Well, Beardos, the music's
Is it the
on.
music?
And it's time for us to go. But go call our hotline real quick and leave us a voicemail to open the next episode with. That number is 405-999-2242.
And Beardos, we just know that if you did run down to the store for smokes, you'd actually come back. If you guys want to help us out, make sure you go and subscribe to our podcast so you can get reminders every Sunday when we release a new episode. We also post frequent updates on our social media sites for any additional sundries that we add to the market shelves.
And don't forget to rate us 5 stars and leave a review. Those reviews are what get us found by more listeners. And we'd be honored if you could help us grow by doing that one thing. Just each one of you telling another daddy about our show would double our growth.
And make sure you follow us on our Instagrams, our Facebooks, our TikToks, and our Twitters, because I'm working much harder to keep updated with my posting. So please comment, make suggestions. We want to hear from you. Email us at beardsandsundries@gmail.com. You can also leave a voicemail with suggestions at 405-999-2242.
So once you're done leaving that voicemail at our hotline, 405-999-2242, we want you all to know that from all the daddies, the meerkats, the house cats, the peacocks, the bulls, the oxen, the unicorns, the narwhals, the salmon, the bears, everyone from the animal kingdom here at the Beards and Sundries Market, make sure to
call the hotline and love yourself.
Because daddy already loves you.
Good boy.
Aww, for all of you that needed to hear that one. Bye.
Bye.